How to Live in the End. This is Neville Goddard's, one of his most famous teachings. It's my personal favorite. It's what really helped me finally understand how to become a masterful manifester. And in this video, I want to dive into exactly what he means and exactly how to apply it. I think where a lot of people go wrong with living in the end is they either are just daydreaming and not fully embodying the state of the wish fulfilled, or they are trying to fake positivity, but it really is not creating that inner shift. So I'm going to touch on those pieces within this video. So here's what happens when most people hear the term live in the end. They question, well, how am I supposed to live in the end of something that has never happened to me before? How am I supposed to know what that's like to live in the end? This is where people start bumping up against doubt and they just feel like they're playing make-believe, but it has no purpose. Here's the thing I really want people to know is that make-believe or pretending really is the entry point to practicing and embodying the state of having your desire. It actually is all about make-believe. It is about pretending because it helps you step into the awareness of having your desire. And that is your only job as a manifester. Living in the end is all about practicing the experience through your imagination of having your desire so much that that experience of having it becomes really familiar to you. That's what he meant by it becomes natural. It starts to feel like, yes, of course this is happening. Of course this would happen. It starts to feel like who you actually are. That feeling of this is who I am, I have my desire, that comes directly from you practicing using your imagination, having your desire. Neville Goddard said, make your future dream a present reality by practicing or assuming the feeling of the wish fulfilled. That is playing pretend. You're stepping into the feeling of having your desire before it shows up. So how do you do it? Well, here are 3 easy steps. The first step is you ask yourself, how would I feel if I had my desire? Just get clear on who that version of you would be. How would you walk? How would you talk? How would you think? Jot some notes down so you start to get clear about this version of you. Second, simply pretend you are that person. You just do this in the comfort of your own home. You do it privately. You don't have to tell people things. You don't have to lie to anyone. You're just in your own world pretending to already be that person. That's it. And then step 3 is you practice until it doesn't really feel like pretending anymore. It starts to feel like your natural state. You'll know you're in your natural state or natural assumption of having your desire when your desire starts to feel inevitable. It feels like absolutely it's going to happen. It's who you are. This is already the truth about you. That is how you know you are living in the wish fulfilled. Now, the way I personally teach and practice manifesting is you continue to practice that inner state. You do not do it once. You keep going, in particular for the things that you really want in your life. Neville Goddard said, you practice the wish fulfilled until it hardens into fact. So if you've been worried that you've just been pretending or playing make-believe and it's not doing anything, I want you to know that pretending is manifesting correctly. Daydreaming in itself can be pretending if it helps you feel in that moment like you have your desire. In that way, daydreaming is no different than embodying the wish fulfilled. However, if daydreaming makes you feel like your desire is very far away from you, that is still not in the embodiment experience. You want to go deeper into the pretending that you already have your desire to evoke that feeling state of having what you want. And faking positivity really isn't it either. You're not trying to fake anything. You're just pretending that it's already who you are. So that you're trying on this version of yourself. You're trying on this new identity. That feels a little different than faking anything. I want you to remember that living in the wish fulfilled was one of Neville's most important teachings. He really wanted us as manifestors to understand that your state, your inner feeling, your inner assumption is the thing that is going to create your desire. So definitely practice this way of living in the end. You will create the new identity of having your desire, and that is the very thing that's going to bring your desire to you. If you want to learn Neville Goddard's law of reversibility, which is one of the simplest ways to understand how and why manifesting works, watch this video next. Thanks so much for being here with me. I love being here with you. I'll see you soon.